Hey everyone, bringing you your mid-month, whoever needs to hear this message, just a general message for the collective, not zodiac specific, not date or time specific, just drawing on the energies coming through for those in twin flame soulmate relationships, sacred connections. So let's see what comes through. I'm going to start by pulling a few cards from Sacred Traveler. Get a flavor for the journey. Hope this finds you well, by the way, and safe. We have a lot of activity on the west coast of the United States. The hurricane hitting the Gulf Coast region. And yeah, just sending you all my love and positive healing energy for those who need it. Okay, let's see what's coming through for whoever needs to hear this message. Surrendering to the journey. Perfect. Release control. Wandering path. Enjoy the journey, right? So release control and enjoy the journey. I'm going to pull one more. Mystic healer. Oh my goodness. Healing energy flows through you. Mystic healer. So first we got to release control. That's difficult. We're in the eve of the new moon in Virgo. Virgo does not lighten the load of control ever. Virgo in the house here. So that's a challenge. As we enter this new moon, which requires us to look at the details and become more focused on all the events surrounding us in our lives, we also are now being invited to release control around it, to enjoy the journey, the wandering path, and understand that healing energy flows through us. Oh my gosh, that feels so heavy. I know. I'm going to pull one more card because we are in the eve of the new moon from Queen of the Moon Oracle. Let's see what energy wants to come through. Queen of the Moon Oracle for those watching. Whoever needs to hear this message. Beauty. I love how that flower and the butterfly make a feminine face. I love that. I'll read just a little bit. It's card 20. That 0 is a little bit of extra angel protection, but it reduces to a 2, which is, self and the other. So it is about connections, one-on-one connections. It says here, beauty is like medicine. It can heal even the most broken spirit. Beauty is everywhere in nature. Just look. Beauty comes in many forms and we can choose to find it. I love how I look. Rid yourself of clutter and what you find disagreeable. I love this because the mantra is I see beauty everywhere and it raises my vibration. I love it because you already got the Mystic Healer card. So there is healing to be found in beauty and in nature, but also in self-love and appreciating what's beautiful about ourselves. So we're getting a little double dose about the healing and being able to look in every corner for the beauty. You have to sometimes look for it. Yeah, it's hard to do sometimes in the world these days, but that's our challenge. Something to set intentions around for the new moon in Virgo. So add that to your list. My intention is to find beauty every day in the simple little joys of life around me, to allow it to heal, to offer it as a healing. Okay, let's see what's going on for us. Messages that want to come through for whoever needs to hear it. Messages that want to come through for whoever needs to hear it. Wow. That's a situation. Loves. Perfect way to start. What's crossing that? not knowing the next best step, right? With the Lovers card, there's a choice that needs to be made. Lovers is a choice. There's dualities. There's, you know, the pros, the cons, the ups, the downs, and various levels of degree of choice. But it is also a card of union. It is a soulmate card of union. So there may be some reluctance here, some stuck energy, possibly overthinking things in that Eight of Swords energy of not knowing your next best step forward in that choice that needs to be made. So we'll look at that. The card below is our unconscious, something that, or at least subconscious, I'll call it subconscious, not really unconscious. This is something that's driving our behaviors. And in this case, it's the Hanged Man. It's a spiritual attachment waiting for the enlightenment. So it's possible that we're perceiving that we don't know the next best step, but in reality, we're waiting for the enlightenment. We're willing to delay our gratification and not make an impulsive choice. We want to pull back and really look at it from the 30,000-foot view and consider other points of view. Yeah, it does represent a delay, but it seems to explain the Eight of Swords to me a little bit more. And of course, I will clarify. In the past, there's the Three of Cups. So we'll look at that. Could be that whatever this choice is about could be a choice between two people. That's very possible, which would then make the Three of Cups make sense. What's our conscious goal? Ace of Cups. Receiving this amazing gift of love. That's the choice right there. That's the choice. Yeah. And that's the conscious goal, and that's why we're kind of hanging out, waiting for the enlightenment. Pardon me, my throat's a little scratchy, and here's the future. You have all the tools you need to manifest this Ace of Cups. I love it. Okay. And I'll go through the rest in the extended. I'll cover the advice to you around what comes through, the external influences, like what's happening outside of the situation that's beyond your control, your hopes and or fears, and the outcome. So we will take a look at that. The links to the extendeds are below. All right, I'm going to move these cards around. You know how I am, guys. I use a lot of space. Yeah, making that choice, but being very deliberate about it. Now, I'm going to say something here. I feel the need. It's coming through. These exact cards came out in Scorpio's reading. So please check if you are Scorpio, dealing with a Scorpio, have Scorpio in your chart. There may be a connected message. So yes, you need a plan. See, when you're making this choice, the Knight of Pentacles takes action slowly and deliberately and methodically with a detailed plan. This is the new moon in Virgo right here. So I love that that comes out here. It seems to be right before you take the leap. This is look before you leap for sure. Look before you leap. I feel like the choice that needs to be made cannot be made impulsively. It has to be well thought through, and the action you take toward this leap onto a new path or a new adventure, whatever you consider the fool for yourself, it's knowing that you've crossed every T and dotted every I before you took the leap. Does that make sense? So it's not impulsive. And that explains maybe why we've got this stuck energy right now, is because perhaps for many of you, you are still in the planning process. And you're still in this, well, let me be methodical about it. Let me make sure I've really considered all the options. What's crossing you here is this stuck energy. For some of you, not wanting to deal with the emotions. Not wanting to kind of step into the feelings. Wow. Ten of Swords. Okay, so I'm feeling here that whoever needs to hear this message perceives that there's been an ending and they're still healing from it. There's something, there's the end of a painful chapter here and some healing around it. And that's what's stopping you from taking that next step forward. That's what has you feeling stuck around this choice you have to make. Whether you're going to choose this union and go all in on the union, or whether you're just going to stay stuck. And that's why underneath you're waiting for enlightenment, because you've gone through the dark night of the soul. You've taken 10 swords to the back, right? With that, when you didn't even see it coming, and you're still healing from that. So I do feel for some of you, there's been a painful ending to a situation that you continue to heal from, and that's what's got you all stuck. Yes, underneath you want the happiness. You want this happiness. Sun is Leo, by the way. Lovers is Gemini. Fool is Aquarius. And the Magician is Gemini, Virgo. And the Hangman is Pisces. So we have a lot of energy coming through. Just wanted to say that quickly. But yeah, healing and getting your sea legs back so you can pursue your happiness. I feel on some level, even though you're stuck underneath, it's about your happiness. And that's why you're being hesitant and reluctant to take the next step. That is what's crossing this choice that you have to make. It's slowing you down. I will tell you that much. I feel it's slowing you down. Hanged Man, Pisces energy, your subconscious energy, the desire to delay gratification, to kind of pull back, examine the situation from all angles before you choose your path, waiting for the enlightenment before you choose your path. This does feel as if the Two of Wands and the Fool feel like similar energies. It feels like this is a new path. This is a choice for something new for many of you. Right? This also represents a new love. So for the whoever I'm reading this for, I almost feel like it's a new opportunity. It's a new connection. And the past hurt, which may center around this Three of Cups, is what's holding you back. Wow. You really want some truth to come in. This is swift moving action, very opposite the Knight of Pentacles. That's the slowest. This is the fastest. This is taking action for truth, taking action for honor and integrity. It is a card of victory, but it's almost as if there's an impulse to get at a truth. There's an impulse to kind of cut away, to slay the dragons of deception, or to slay the dragons of deceit or lies, right? This is maybe you cutting to the truth of what's really holding you up. But it's in the subconscious realm, so it's driving your behavior. Here we go. That explains it. The truth here is there's transformation. I do feel very clearly that I'm talking to someone who's going through or has just been through a dark night of the soul, possibly coming out on the other side of it. That's why you're still in a phase of healing, but your happiness is not far behind. It's just right there under the surface, but underneath there's this awareness of all this hard work, the transformation, just how painful and difficult it's been. That's why you're willing to wait a little bit longer. Delay the gratification. Let's look at the Three of Cups, shall we? My goodness. Yep. Whatever that Three of Cups was certainly triggered all kinds of insecurities, fears. It probably went on behind your back. You didn't see it coming, right? That's why the Ten of Swords. And I just felt called to say you took 10 knives to the back, right? That's just how it felt when it came through. You didn't see it coming. So this is very much working through those fears. That's what happened in the past. Whatever the Three of Cups was, you didn't see it, you didn't know about it, it triggered, yeah. And it kind of, I feel that this is coming out in reverse. I feel that it may have absolutely devastated all of your plans for the future, for a life partnership with someone. Could have been that if you were in a connection and you were building a life with someone, that Three of Cups kind of came in and washed all that away. You may have been the third party, or you may have been someone who discovered that there was a third party, and it really disrupted and threw this Ten of Pentacles in, like just knocked it out. No abundance, no stability, losing a sense of family, losing a sense of groundedness, losing a sense of building a life with someone. Yeah. Oh, guys, I'm feeling it so much. But your goal, your conscious awareness is like, yeah, I'm seeing a new cup of love right here, right in front of my face. I want it. I want to be ready for it. I don't want to delude myself. I don't want to fool myself. I don't want to jump too quickly. I'm waiting for enlightenment. I've worked so hard. I've made such a transformation. I want to know what I'm really dealing with up front this time, right? No false twins. I don't want any kind of baby BS. Ace of Cups. You're ready to move forward. Yep. Cancerian energy, ready to move forward. Another victory card. Wow. Conscious goal. I see this couple of love. I'm ready for new love. I want it. There we have that. We have the Three of Cups coming back again now. I almost feel as if it's to say, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm wanting to move forward. I'm ready to move forward, but I'm super anxious and losing sleep with regard to the third party energy. So if you're still moving forward with this same person that you experienced this with, that you got the Ten of Swords with, where it was very painful, you're still healing from it, that's what's crossing your desire to kind of take the leap, or your readiness, I should say. I feel the desire's there, that the readiness isn't. It's because you're still consciously aware of this third party energy, consciously aware of it. And rightly so. You know, what I want to tell you is, I don't know, for some of you who may not be aware, my background is clinical psychology. And, you know, one of the first things you learn about mental health, especially anxiety, is that anxiety can be adaptive. It's mentally healthy to have a certain amount of anxiety. It's when this comes out opposite. It's when all the anxiety is taking over that it's not healthy. So I feel this is kind of healthy. I feel as if it is a legitimate amount of anxiety. I don't think it's holding you back yet. I feel you're consciously aware of that third party energy from the past, the one that jeopardized everything you worked so hard to build in the connection. And I'm seeing some anxiety around it. So now let's look at the future. Yeah, you got all the tools you need to manifest this Ace of Cups and come through it successfully and happily. All right, so I want to see where you're headed with this Magician. I was just looking at this earlier, the Queen of Swords. It came out in the morning meditation, smack in the middle. I'll tell you about that in a second. The Queen of Swords, you know, a seeker of truth, asks a lot of questions, hand extended, like, look, let's put all our cards out on the table. I come in peace. I'm coming with compassion, and I'm open to listening, and let's communicate about this. But this Queen of Swords cuts to the chase, gets straight to the heart of the matter, with no fluff. So I like this energy. You're manifesting that Queen of Swords. You're manifesting within yourself the straight shooter. The someone says, all right, here's what we're dealing with. Let's talk about the Three of Cups. Let's talk about the third party energy. This is holding me back because I'm ready to choose the union, but I'm not really sure that I'm safe. Right? Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I don't want to go back to that. So I almost feel as if the Queen of Swords is what you're manifesting. You're manifesting that side of yourself. That side of yourself that isn't afraid to go there. I do feel right now you're sabotaging yourself. I feel this is a little self-sabotage here. The Eight of Swords with that Ten of Swords. I understand it. Don't get me wrong. But I feel it could... Let me rephrase it. You're at the risk of self-sabotage. You're at the risk of self-sabotage because I feel as if there's so much positive here. You already know what happened. You're very clear-eyed about it. You're going to get more clear-eyed about it. If you confront it head on, straight, matter of fact, straight no chaser kind of an energy, to get past the fears and the insecurities from what went down in the past. But don't let the Eight of Swords and the Hanged Man sabotage you. Okay? I mean, use it to your advantage is what I'm saying, to ferret out the information that you need so that you feel safe to move forward and to take that leap. What a beautiful reading. Surrendering to the journey is a part of it. Enjoy it if you can. I mean, this is all a part of your growth and your mission. Healing energy is flowing through you and could possibly heal this connection. So I love this reading for you. I can't wait to see what comes out in the extended. I'm going to go there right now. See you there in a second. Otherwise, take care, and I'll see you on a future reading. Bye, guys.